Hello everyone, good morning, and welcome back to 4-Digit World Cup 2023, where today we are kicking off the losers bracket of this year's tournament with what I think is going to be actually a banger of a matchup. Philippines versus Russia getting us started in the lower side of the bracket this year. Both teams with, kind of storied histories to them, right? We've seen Russia very successful in 4-digit tournaments in the past, including 4WCs. Philippines always one of those teams that's kind of scary to have lurking around in your section of the bracket. But both struggled a little bit last week, losing their first round matches. Russia dropping to Germany 5-3, while the Philippines dropped to South Korea, the juggernauts, 5-1. So both faced very stern opposition last week, and now they get the chance to, try to right the ship a little bit. One or the other of these teams will gain a little bit of momentum going on to losers round 2. But of course, one of them will be eliminated, and that's not fun for anybody. So at the end of this best of 9 match, we'll have our first team sent home from this year's iteration of the tournament. And of course, both these teams hoping it is not going to be them. Both kind of struggled a little bit last week overall in terms of performance. You really only saw a couple players from these two rosters in the top 30 of the performance scores. So, not quite up to the standards that they probably would have liked to set for themselves coming into this year's tournament. But there are strong members on both rosters, and I think we're going to see, fairly close performance. I would like to expect that these guys should put up a good battle for us to see here today. Very, very speedy. Very speedy Banzin first pick there. I literally lost track because they were so fast. So hang on one second here. We are in this match here. So we have DT2 banned by Russia, Hard Rock 2 banned by the Philippines, and then of course Nomad 2 first pick. So it's kind of tracks, right? If you see your opponent banning a speedy double time map, you just go into another tapping requirement map if you're in the Philippines. And that's what they've done here with the Nomad 2 Twilight of the Thunder God, of course, OWC from a couple of years ago. Mazarin map, very difficult flow aim requirement. And a lot of stamina involved as well. This jumps pretty early into a fairly tough Nomad 2 selection here this year. Only 191 BPM though, so the raw speed requirement of it not super high, but turns those dials on the other options up. And it looks like we're getting ready to go in here. So we've got Bin Ninja 2 and 8, Mira, Impouster against Handsome Me, Netnasanya, Suzuha, and Wanderer, who I suspect will probably see a lot of those members for Russia, some of their stronger players. Philippines, I will admit to not knowing the ins and outs of every single one of their players' skill sets, so we will do our best to follow along. And in we will go. Map number 1 here, the first pick from the Philippines, who won a 33-1 roll and opted into first pick. And right away you can see kind of the flow aim requirement of this, right? Those Mazarin streams overlapping back over themselves, some kind of tricky circle sort of stream shapes. And early breaks coming out from Russia. Suzuha falling a bit behind right at the start there. Everybody else holding on just fine though. Accuracy staying up just fine. Except for one member of each team, right? Impouster at 96, Wanderer at 94. And there goes Wanderer. Yeah, the ACK went down, the combo went down, he falls off. That Desanya follows up, and now it is 4 FCs to, we'll call it almost 2 FCs. Philippines going to take a notable early lead here. This is a very high combo map, of course. I think it's something like 1900 total combo, despite, well, it is 3.5 minutes long, actually. That's plenty of time. So there's a lot of time left in this. But you never want to fall behind, only a quarter of the way into the map by 150,000 points. Not going to feel the best. It is going to be a break from 2 and 8 and Impouster. So help out Russia trying to make their comeback. If they get a break out of either Bin Ninja or Mira, I do not know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if that's not how you pronounce your name. It's close enough for government work, as they say. Netazanya and Wonder both falling again. Not the specialists on the Nomad 2 skill set, it would appear. Both falling off these streams pretty badly. You miss, you chain miss, you're just gone. And there goes your act, and there goes your score. 2 and 8, and Impouster, meanwhile, have recovered quite well. That lead up to about 170,000 points or so. We did have the break from Mira, though, so it's a double FC versus one FC. The backing combos are what's doing it for Philippines, but they didn't leave themselves a whole lot of wiggle room. Hansumi and Suzuha both performing very well, matching the FC of Bin Ninja. And we'll see if the comeback can happen here for the Russian squad. Score gap holding pretty steady around that 170 to 180k range. The problem for Russia is that Netazanya and Wonder have really not been having a very great time, whereas 2 and 8 and Impouster have not broken again since their early misses. And Wonder breaking on the slowdown section is not going to help things. This is trending toward over here as we come to the last third of the map. Though there go 2 and 8 and Impouster, and Netazanya and Wonder unfortunately both trade, but that is now combo advantage to the side of Russia by about 900 combos. Suzuha leading Mira. Impouster and Wonder trading once again. But Hansumi and Suzuha both hold, and either Bin Ninja and Mira break near the ending. There is enough score for this to get very interesting in the remaining seconds of this map. There's a couple hundred combos still to go. And there goes Bin Ninja. That's the only FC gone from Philippines. Wait just a moment. The comeback is in full force here for Russia. Hansumi and Suzuha holding on. That score lead is racing backward. Philippines had established a 200k lead, but there go Bin Ninja, there goes Mira, and there go the hopes of the Philippines. It's going to be a break point on the first map of the match. Hansumi and Suzuha held on for long enough, and that lead up over 100k now for Russia, while Hansumi and Netazanya continue to hold on into the ending. It is going to be Russia, thanks to Hansumi with the 99 act full combo. Russia pull it back in the last couple of moments, and they take a 1-0 lead with a break point to open this one up. Not the way you would have liked to start the match off if you are the Philippines. Very unfortunate the way that map ended, but well done to Russia, keeping their composure despite two of the members having a lot of trouble through much of that map. Hansumi and Suzuha did their jobs well, and they pulled the score back over, and they gave themselves that break point lead. That's a super cool FC from Hansumi. 2100 combo. I apologize. I clearly was thinking of a different map when I said 1900 combo. My bad. But it is still a high combo, and it is still a high score, and it is still a great performance. Now we'll go into Russia's first pick of their own and see where they want to start. You know, you win a Nomad 2. Do you find another tapping map to go into? Is there really another tapping map to go into? DT2 is banned by you. Nomad 2 is, you know, you just broke point. You know, Russia's got a lot of different options here. You saw Philippines banning Hard Rock 2, but there really isn't other precision. I mean, technically you can count free mod 3 with it being CS5 AR8, but, you know, with it being free mod versus forced Hard Rock, it's a little bit of a different scenario there. You know, Russia historically, and I'm not speaking for this year's team, historically has been, I feel, a super strong Nomad 3, Nomad 4 team. And there are, of course, several options kind of within that realm. You've got Nomad 3 and 4, you've got Hidden 1, you've got Hard Rock 1, and it is going to, in fact, be the Hard Rock 1. And this is a departure from the norm, or at least the past norm of Hard Rock 1. I was talking about this last night with another player in this tournament, how there's really not a lot of aim in this pool. You're used to seeing, you know, Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1 being pretty raw aim test. Hidden 1 sometimes will be kind of a particular kind of aim test. But this year is a little different in those regards. You have this kind of flowy finger control tech, Hidden 1. You've got this kind of semi-tech with a lot of bursts in the Hard Rock 1. So a little bit different stylistically in terms of the pooling here, which is going to open up a little bit of a different skill set to go along with it. And bring in maybe some different players, maybe some different strengths and weaknesses. The Hard Rock 1 it is, Orca, Miura's diff, 6.65 stars, versus 5.2. One of the longer maps in the pool. I believe this is the second longest after the Nomad 1 this week, not counting tiebreaker, of course. So it's going to test your consistency. test some bursts, gonna test a little bit of aim and some flow as well. Kind of some, maybe call it light tech, I suppose. You know, it's not like your Neil Perry slider tech, your Halgo slider tech, but there are some moments, as you would kind of expect out of a Miura map. And of course, also, this is just a really good song. And it kind of takes me back to, Dada pulled a Hard Rock 1 in USC a couple years ago that was a map that was kind of similar to this, where it's like consistency light tech sort of thing. And I really liked that then. And I like it here as well. But of course, me being me, I can't remember the name of that map, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Oh, it was Saigo. That was what it was. It was Saigo. So, in for this pick, we have Bin Ninja, Yukixo, Zydorn, and Impouster. Handsome is Zigul, Nitro. I'm just assuming that's supposed to be Nitro, and How to Play for Russia. So, a couple roster swaps for both teams, switching it up, going from the stream map to the Hard Rock 1. Notably, this map has 0 Hard Rock only FCs on the Bancho leaderboard. Feels like one of the trickier maps in the pool, but that is me speaking as somebody who is not a Hard Rock player, so my opinion may or may not be relevant in this particular matter. And so, we see Zydorn, the early breaks, in fact. A little bit of a lead there for Russia, a couple hundred combo. Again, though, much like the previous map, lengthy, a lot of combo, a lot of time. You don't want to always just be saying, well, anything can happen in this map, but you know, it's kind of true. Anything can happen in this map. It throws a lot at you. It's a type of Hard Rock 1 that I'm a very big fan of, so. Zydorn, though, continuing to have some struggle. The captain for the Philippines coming in, not having a good time at all. And there goes Yukixo as well. And Russia will have a pretty sizable combo lead as we come into this little slider section. There goes Impouster, and now it is down to just Bin Ninja. He falls as well. And now it is a 4-way FC for Russia, a 0-way FC for the Philippines. Zygul, Handsome Me, and Nitro all breaking, so it is now down to How to Play. But the damage was kind of done there. 200k the lead already, only 1/3 of the way in. That was a very impressive showing from Russia to get this match started, to give themselves a very comfortable lead going forward. It will be a slight combo advantage on a couple of players for the Philippines, but really not anything to speak of, especially when there's still an FC on How to Play. And Russia are just going to feel good. They're in the spot that they would like to be in at the halfway point of the map. You've got an FC, you've got a solid backing combo. The other team doing what they can to build up, but 200k is a long mountain to climb, a tall mountain to climb, a long road to walk. Pardon me, it's still early. Combo was being built up there pretty well. Impouster, though, breaks a 600 combo. Yukixo and Zydorn holding on. Zydorn kind of stabilizing after he struggled quite a bit early on. Another break from Zygul. But How to Play, man. This is... He is showing us, in fact, how to play Hard Rock 1. 98 AC. Continues the full combo. He's gonna reach, like, rank 1 if score V1 Hard Rock rank 1 if score V1 levels here pretty soon. This is quite a performance on a very tricky map. I mean, the consistency required in this one on top of all the other skill sets, just, you know, kind of the cherry on top of what you need in order to be successful. And he is displaying all of those skills. Really, this one is... Oh, How to Play! No! Oh. You hate to see it. That would have been such a cool full combo, man, but it's going to be 830k plus, and nobody's going to be unhappy with that on a map like this. It's going to be top score in the lobby by nearly 400,000, and it's going to be the margin of victory for Russia. How to Play. Putting his team on his back, consolidates the break point. It's going to be a 2-0 lead. 8 60K when all is said and done. Little slider break at the end, but doesn't matter because he was obviously trolling that ending slider. That is an 859K, 1 miss, 98 AC. How to play, showing off. Bin Ninja, by the way, the cheeky little S rank. Unfortunately, it was a whole bunch of slider breaks, so it really didn't look that impressive as it was down at 508K. And yeah, that is rank 2 Hard Rock. If it was Score V1, I was thinking he was going to be around there, and he was indeed around there. So well done to How to Play. Well done to Russia. 2-0 quickly. Philippines have got to recover, figure out a way into this match, or it's going to slip through their fingertips pretty rapidly if they're not careful. So what do you go for the pick? You know, we've got a lot of options. It's going to be Hidden 2. Zydorn does not seem pleased to be picking Hidden 2, putting it in asterisks as though he is censoring it. So maybe less than pleased. Not sure what the story is there, but we get a Hidden 2 sighting. I feel that this Hidden 2 is going to be quite polarizing for people because it sort of looks... Is it a reference to the song? Oh, I guess in the insane diff name. Yeah, that's fair. I forgot that the diff names are like asterisk, asterisk, ain, and stuff like that. Alright. Anywho. Maybe it's something, I don't know, is it something in the lyrics? Is there something in the lyrics about this like asterisk censorship thing? I guess that's like how that goes. Anyway. I feel this is going to be a bit polarizing because there are certainly people out there who are going to feel that this is like just a stack reading practice type of map because it's a lot of just perfect stacks and overlaps, which make for a certain kind of Hidden 2. I mean, it's not a skill set you're ever going to see anywhere else, right? Like, perfect stacks and overlaps are generally speaking not very relevant outside of a Hidden 2 type of pick. So I don't know, it feels like you're complaining about a Hidden 2 that's being a Hidden 2 if that's the issue with it, you know? I also feel like this is the type of map that if you are a reading player, you will probably think this is like easy and straightforward. And if you are not a reading player, you are going to have a very hard time. So curious to see how it goes for these guys. With some interesting scores on the screen. Konowiki was at 2 million points there for a little while. Konowiki, Yukixo, Zydorn, and Miggy coming in for the first time. Handsome Me, Zygul, Markram coming in for his first time as a Wanderer coming back. Markram, generally speaking, a very strong hidden player for Russian rosters. And away we go with the early breaks coming from, of course, Zydorn and Markram. As soon as I talk about him, he starts to have trouble. Also, you really can't discount the amount of cursor control you need for this map. Not only on the overlaps and perfect stacks, but also on those very slow slider velocity sliders. I could see people at the ending dropping a lot of AC or even dropping slider breaks on the slow SV sliders. So keep an eye on those. But again, if you're a player who is comfortable with this type of map and this type of reading, you're probably not going to have much difficulty with them. Yukixo and Zygul trying to trade. So it's Handsome Me matching Miggy, Wanderer matching Konowiki, thereabouts. Markram and Zydorn, likewise. 300k lead to Philippines nonetheless, though. Very short map. Already up to 700k. And that's three-way miss for Russia. That's going to do it. This will put the first point on the board for the Philippines. Well done to Miggy as well as to Zydorn. A couple of very solid scores. Konowiki as well as Yuki. So honestly, just a good team performance from the Philippines. The big difference maker here feels like it was Zygul, I'm not sure, from Russia, who's down at 340k. But just like that, Philippines have successfully taken their first point. They get on the board. There will be no sweep today, in this particular matchup at least. But the break point's still there for Russia. The damage put up on that first pick. Russia's own second pick to come. But that looked much better for the Philippines. Russia kind of got fourth playered a little bit, it felt like. They had 3 players who did well, and 1 who unfortunately did not. We'll see if that continues to be a trend on perhaps these reading maps. My ears, thank you. Plenty of match left to go. There's not a whole lot of reading in the pool for Philippines to opt into. Again, you know, free mod 3, not really a reading map. It's low AR, but that doesn't make it a reading map. Hidden 1, maybe you could argue has a little reading to it, but really, in general, with a pool this compressed, with the 4 no mods, 2 mods in Hidden and Hard Rock, 3 in DT and free mod, like, it's just not a big pool. So you're not going to see, you know, a lot of double representation of skill sets. So it does make it a little bit harder, if you find a skill set that you're successful in, to find more picks in that skill set. And Russia will opt into Fremod the Second, Snake Stick. This is one of those interesting free mods where it's CS 2.5 no mod. So you can kind of think, oh, well, this is just going to be easy with Hard Rock. But it kind of also just isn't. Always curious to see whether players try to go into kind of the comfort, okay, let's just make these circles not so big mod and run and overmod Hard Rock on maps like this. Or if they feel that it makes it more difficult than it really needs to be. We'll see some returning players from previous picks. Yukixo, Miggy, Zydorn, Imposter, How to Play, Zygul, Markram, and Wonder. And we will await to discover what modifications the players have chosen to enable. Full mod WoW comedy. All right, dare I say we're gonna see a hidden and a bunch of Hard Rock. Survey says. Ooh, what? You're over modding hidden on this. All right, Philippines, y'all crazy. Though they did just win a hidden pick, so I mean, I guess it makes sense. Meanwhile, Russia over modding Hard Rock. So we've got 1 hidden, 3 Hard Rock versus 1 Hard Rock, 3 hidden. Very interesting. We've got slider streams. We've got buzz sliders. We've got control slider aim. Yes, we do. Making first break. Yukixo and Imposter follow up. Philippines already not off to the greatest starts. Meanwhile, Russia 4-way intact to the first couple hundred combo. And this one, another fairly short map, just 1 minute 50 seconds. So those early leads can jump out to a couple 100K very quickly. And yeah, I think this is an overmod Hard Rock map if you're going to overmod it personally. But again, I'm no expert. I just pretend to be one. Markram, the only one breaking for Russia while being their only hidden player, was kind of lending credence to that theory. But there goes Zygul and How to Play, so maybe not. Yukixo and Imposter trade a couple of misses as well. Zydorn with the FC, Wonder with the FC. It's a 430k lead for Russia. I don't really see much changing in this one, unfortunately. And Wonder is just very good at the Osu circle clicking video game, I believe. Homie plays. He clicks circles to the beat. There goes Zydorn, there goes Imposter. I don't really know that the Philippines had any chance before that, but now they definitely don't. So Russia going to be up 3-1, just cleanly winning their first couple picks. No trouble at all. 2 picks in per team. It's going to be a 3-1 Russia lead. There goes Wonder. Unfortunately, no FC, but no matter. Oh, I even hit the ending. Dang. That is really sad. That might be a slider break, actually. Let's see. Is that an S rank? Yes, it is. All right, good job, Wonder. Also, good job how to play with very similar accuracy, but an extra slider break, so the combo never got to where it would have really needed to build up a big score. 1 B rank per team, 1 C rank, unfortunately, Yuki. So the Hard Rock tank for Philippines did not have a great time. So you kind of see the division of these two rosters, right? Philippines clearly a little more comfortable with the Hidden. Russia clearly very comfortable with the Hard Rock and comfortable with a 3-1 lead. So back over to Philippines, but they need to win this one or it could be their last pick. Russia 2 points from the finish line. What will the pick be? Where do you go if you're Philippines? You won Hidden 2, but there's just nothing else like Hidden 2 in the pool. You know, if they like the idea of going more tapping, they first picked Nomad 2. They've got Fremod 1, I suppose. DT1 also there. Not a tapping map, but, you know, a higher BPM map at least. Other than that, maybe you just switch it up completely and say, let's go Nomad 3 or let's go Nomad 4. Pick Ramsing. I would like that. Can we make an exception and just put Ramsing in the pool? Ramsing Nomad 5. Ramsing Hidden 3, actually. That would be kind of based. Me, this isn't our pick, says Zydorn about Fremod 1. Also me, Fremod 1, says Zydorn. Alright, so we're getting the speed Fremod. At Nick, why is the speedy Fremod 1? This feels so wrong. It just feels wrong to have a speed map be the slot 1 of the pool. Because it's like Nomad 2 tapping, Nomad 5 tapping, DT 2 and 3 tapping, but Fremod 1 tapping just feels so wrong. It just does not feel right at all. We're messing with pool formats in 2023, and my brain that's been dealing with the same pool formats for years just cannot handle it. I'm too old for this. Anyway, so this is a speedy map, but not super speedy, right? It's only 235 BPM. It's not like we're reaching 250, 260 plus territory. But it is still pretty quick. And again, a fairly short one, right? This pool in general, not a lot of long maps once you get past, you know, Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1. Quite a few shorter, you know, it's around 2 minutes long maps. But that's fine with a map like this anyway. So we think back to the first pick of the match. Philippines went Nomad 2 and they lost it. That was the break point that gave Russia the lead that they've held on to thus far through the next 3 maps after it. This one, of course, increases the BPM by 40 from that Nomad 2. More speed instead of stamina flowing. But players more warmed up now. Players a little more ready to go perhaps now. Bin Ninja, Mira, Impouster, and Yukixo hoping that Fremod 1 will not be a repeat of Nomad 2, whereas Handsome Me, Suzuha, Net Nasanya, and Wonder, well, they of course hope that it is. And so in we will go. Let's see what the mods end up being. It's Hidden Hard Rock on Bin Ninja, hidden only on Impouster. Hard Rock on Suzuha, hidden on Wonder, Nomad on the other players. So kind of some nice symmetry. You've got your Hard Rock on the outside top corner. You're hidden on the outside bottom corner, and then the middle 4 players all on the Nomads. Very aesthetic tourney client setup there. And an early break from Bin Ninja. That is the Hidden Hard Rock. Not the player you want to see breaking, but, you know, tanking Hard Rock. Somebody had to do it. Philippines clearly not a country that, or a team that feel great about the Hard Rock, so perhaps the best of a bad situation. Net Nasanya does find a miss himself. And so that will be the score. Will stay pretty close for the time being. It's a small combo lead for Russia, but again, Bin Ninja, if that, you know, one player can have an effect in the outcome if everybody else is FC. However, there goes Wanderer, the hidden speed, perhaps not working out as well for him as some other picks have. And now it's 2 FCs for Russia, but 3 for Philippines, and they will take the lead back here in just a moment. Here it comes, down to 20k and below. Wanderer falling by the wayside once again. Mira, Yukixo, and Imposter all looking very solid. Accuracy perhaps a little lacking for Yukixo, but holding on to combo is really the important part. And 98.8 act Suzuha. Very normal. Yukixo breaks. It's traded with Wanderer. It's 2 FCs per team. Hansumi, Suzuha, Mira, and Imposter. But Bin Ninja has recovered. And it's a 140k lead. Less than a quarter of the map to go. There go Yukixo and Wanderer again. There goes Imposter, though. Wait just a moment. There might just be time here with Hansumi and Suzuha holding on. It's a 700 combo lead for Russia coming into the ending of the map. Will that be enough time for them to pull this back over in much the same way that they've brought over the Nomad 2? And here it comes. Imposter breaks. Once again, the lead goes over. Yukixo falls. And Bin Ninja breaks at the end. Once again, Russia is going to snatch away a break point. Suzuha and Hansumi do it to him at the ending with the double FC, outdoing Mira, the lone FC from Philippines. And just like that, you thought it was going to be 3-2. Wrong. Russia steal a break point for the second time in the match. They have 4-1 match points in their pocket. And this one just got to looking a little more sketchy for Philippines than it may have. That is quite the play for Suzuha. Hard Rock FC 98.57 AC. Not going to see too much better of a play than that one. Now Russia has this pick, the Philippines pick, and another pick of their own to try to win the match outright. Where will they go? I would like to see DT1. I would also like to see Hidden 1. They're going to go Nomad 3. They say, we don't care what T1G wants, because that is meaningless. We care what we want. And it's going to be Nomad 3, which is Goddish. But this is the good Goddish. This is the Sekai Goddish, which is the best Goddish. And while we are loading in, there will be I have a super brief story. So I was looking at the map pools last night. I got to Nomad 3, and I went, wait a minute. Why is Goddish in the pool? Goddish was in the pool last week. And I realized, wait, no. Bing Chillingish was in the pool last week. Why is Goddish in the pool this week? If Bing Chillingish is in the pool, did it get changed? No. We're a week later. It's been a whole week since Bing Chillingish. And we just used the same song, but a different version of it. 2 weeks in a row. I think this is actually the first version of this song that I heard. I know I'm going off on a tangent here that has nothing to do with the actual match, but I think Digital Hypno used somebody's map of this version of this song in Hippo Cup 5 last year. And I remember thinking, yo, this is a banger. Might have been Pedal's version? I don't know if that got migrated into a set that got ranked. I think it did. And ever since, that's been the version of this song that I have always thought has been the best. So, Nomad 3, of course, a little less on the rough flow Nomad 3 this week, a little more on the snap aim. This is kind of what a friend and I jokingly referred to as square aim practice, but there's a kernel of truth in that as well. The Kiais have those just squares in them. They're very squares. So I hope everybody enjoys some squares. I like this style of Nomad 3, though. It is kind of the modern Nomad 3 style anyway. It's what you see quite frequently, a little more snap aim, and everybody's playing a different map. We've got a free mod 1, we've got a free mod 3, we've got a DT1. Nobody's playing no mod 3. All right, there we go. No mod 3 time. Philippines will need 2 breakpoints to try to force a tiebreaker. Russia just needs to win 1 of the next 3 to avoid even going to TB in the first place, so a lot more weight on the shoulders of the Filipino team. Russia has felt just a little bit more consistent in general. I mean, I guess that's always going to be the case when you're up 4-1, but definitely exceedingly true here. And on a map like this, that aim control consistency is going to be very important. Into the first key, out we go. There's a break from 2 and 8. Looks like a miss aim on a slider head. There goes Zydorn as well. So 4 FCs to 2. Russia going to pull ahead and into the more difficult section we go. Those linears into the squares. Oh, goodness. Handsome Me, Nitro, and How to Play all fall. And it's down to just Wonder. Meanwhile, a double FC still for Philippines. Impouster and Kanawiki. There goes Kanawiki, though, unfortunately. So they won't be able to pull the lead back quite as of yet. It is Impouster versus Wonder in the 1v1. The other players on relatively similar combo. And the squares get you. Yep, that's what happens on this map. If the linears don't get you, the squares do. But for now, Russia remaining in the lead by about 75k. Not a huge lead. Nothing to write home about. But you can kind of stay playing. Just say, you know, we're not going to miss in the easy parts, so force the other team to hit the hard parts if they want to win. Combo's getting built up. You can see a lot of those players who missed in the Ki now up over 400, 500 combo. The FCs doing what they need to. Wonder and Impouster at nearly identical accuracy, just a couple hundreds apart. Need 60k. But there goes Impouster. Oh, you can't break there, man. Oh, you cannot break there when you are the only FC left on your team. I am so sorry, friend. That is just going to end it, I believe, right there. Unless Russia 4-way resets in this last Ki, that probably just lost Philippines the match, unfortunately. It is not allowed to break in that section. There go How to Play, and Zydorn Impouster breaks once again. There goes 2 and 8. And just like that, it's a 250k lead for the Russian team. And they're going to take the point. They're going to take the match. It's going to be 5-1 final score. They're going to move on into losers round 2 with a very strong performance. Philippines perhaps not quite at their best, but Russia absolutely did what they needed to do to win this. Wonder bringing them home to the finish line with a quality performance here. It is going to be a Nomad 3 FC from Wonder, who has had a heck of a match overall. Very well done to him and the rest of the Russian team. Of course, Suzuha, the Hard Rock FC on Free Mod 1 as well. And that is job done for Russia. 5-1 the final score by 546k on Nomad 3. They send Philippines home, the first team eliminated from 4WC 2023 bracket stage. And onward, Russia will go. Well done in the first match here in losers. Good job, Russia. We'll see them next week.